It started with a simple call about reckless driving, but within minutes, officers realized they were dealing with something far more chaotic. On the evening of January 30, 2025, officers from the Bloomfield Police Department in Wisconsin were dispatched to Pell Lake after reports of a car tearing through the neighborhood, damaging property and putting lives at risk. What was expected to be a routine drunk driving investigation quickly spiraled into one of the most unpredictable encounters the officers had seen. When police arrived, an off-duty officer had already detained a 19-year-old man believed to be involved in the crash. The teen was visibly shaken, covered in scratches, and acting erratically. At first, he insisted he had nothing to do with the crash. But as officers tried to calm him down and figure out what happened, his behavior became increasingly unstable. Bodycam footage shows the young man pleading with officers not to shoot him, even though no weapons were drawn. Moments later, he admitted he had been drinking heavily, telling officers he had consumed 1 or possibly 2 bottles of Hennessy earlier that day. His emotions swung wildly between panic, anger, and desperation as officers tried to question him. Meanwhile, the damaged vehicle sat crashed in a nearby yard, surrounded by debris. Witnesses described seeing the car fishtailing down the road before losing control and smashing into trees. According to an off-duty officer who witnessed the crash, the teen was the sole driver of the vehicle and nearly struck him before the crash occurred. As officers attempted to place the teen under arrest, the situation quickly escalated. He began shouting, crying, and even banging his head against the patrol car partition while begging officers to hold his hand. Concerned for his safety, police called for medical assistance while trying to calm him down. But the chaos didn't stop there. Friends and his girlfriend began arriving at the scene, creating even more tension as officers struggled to maintain control of the situation. Inside the patrol car, the teen continued screaming, praying out loud, and repeatedly begging to be taken to jail. Due to his unstable condition, officers transported him to a hospital for medical clearance before jail. Even there, the confrontation continued as he shouted at officers and medical staff, refusing to cooperate during testing while alternating between threats, insults, and emotional breakdowns. Eventually, the investigation revealed the full scope of what had happened that night. In addition to driving under the influence, officers discovered marijuana in his belongings, adding to the list of charges he would face. By the end of the night, the 19-year-old was charged with felony second-degree recklessly endangering safety, resisting an officer, disorderly conduct, possession of THC, and multiple counts of discharging bodily fluids at officers. In court, he ultimately pleaded guilty to some of the charges. The judge sentenced him to 1 year in Wisconsin State Prison followed by 2 years of extended supervision. What began as a reckless driving call turned into a chaotic series of events that could have ended far worse, a stark reminder of how quickly alcohol, poor decisions, and emotional instability can spiral out of control. If you enjoy real police bodycam stories like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more intense cases you won't believe actually happened.